Hey guys, yesterday a local TV station, and I'm not going to say which TV station it was because it might personally be embarrassing to me. Some of you know what I'm talking about. A local TV station did a story about a protest by Moms Demand Action at the state legislature building at the state capitol. And this is just a typical kind of, excuse the expression, crap that TV stations around the country, local and national media, are putting out. And I think most people now realize that a good portion of what you see on the news is opinion and not news at all. And apparently people don't care anymore, about the fact that they're pushing an agenda, that they're just pushing an ideology. And this station covered this Moms Demand Action anti-gun violence protest like it was the Million Man March. And the video was comical. I mean, if it hadn't been so disgusting that they were giving this story 2 minutes of news time during a newscast, which has about 20 minutes worth of content, it would have been comical. There were about maybe 8 adults at this big Moms Demand Action protest. This big event that demanded so much news time, and at least half, if not half, of those 8 to 10 people were men. So I don't think they were moms. It's hard to tell these days. I don't think any of those men were moms. And then there were 6 to 8 little kids holding signs, Moms Demand Action Against Gun Violence. And these kids were too young to even read, much less understand what signs they were carrying. And this was the big protest. And I'm sure these people dissipated as soon as the TV cameras went home. But they're standing there on the sidewalk in front of the state legislature, being all incensed and irate. We demand action, never saying exactly what action they demand other than closing gun show in private sale loopholes, alleged loopholes that people can buy guns without a background check. And never mind, don't confuse these people with the facts that all of the recent shootings that have been in the news, the people have bought their guns legally with a background check. Background checks don't do anything. It is a mental health issue. It is not a gun issue. Anyway, this just drives me crazy when allegedly respectable news organizations put on opinion pieces and present them as news. If there had been 500 people protesting in favor of, concealed carry or open carry or whatever it was, they might have got a mention on the news, but they wouldn't have got that kind of coverage, and they wouldn't have got the reporter saying that Moms Demand Action promises to keep pressure on local legislature. 10 people standing on the sidewalk with signs, that's pressure on the legislature. It's just ridiculous. And just keep in mind, back in the day when there were 3 networks where most people got their news, you didn't have a choice. Now with the internet, there are so many more choices for news. And I think most people these days realize that news is just somebody's opinion, and 95% of the time it's somebody's liberal opinion. So keep that in mind next time you're watching a news story about one of these big anti-gun protests. And take it with a grain of salt. All right, guys. I will talk to you later. As always, please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks, guys.